Welcome to this tutorial on the HTML span element. In this lesson, we're going to explore how to use the span element to style specific parts of text. The span element is a very useful tool for applying styles to inline elements. Here is an example. I need to highlight just this word. As you can see, the word highlight is enclosed in span tag. So, what exactly is the span element? The span element is an inline container. You can use it to mark up a specific portion of text or any part of a document. By itself, it doesn't have any visual impact, but it becomes very powerful when you style it with cascading style sheets, also known as CSS, or when you manipulate it with JavaScript. Let's look at an example. In this example, we have a paragraph element that is the opening and closing p tag. Inside the paragraph, there is the opening and closing span tag. The class attribute is set to highlight. So highlighted text is enclosed inside the span tag. Now let's see how we can style text using the span element. With the span element, you can change the color, font weight, font style, text decoration, and even the font size of particular words or phrases within a block of text. Here is the code block to style a paragraph, and here is the result block. As you can see, the words red bold have been styled in red color and bold font. Similarly, the words blue italic have been styled in blue color and italic font. And the words green underlined are in green color and underlined. This text is larger, so the font size of this text has been increased. Keep in mind that you can apply multiple styles to the same span element, as shown in the above example. Now let's understand how to use span with cascading style sheet classes. By using CSS classes with the span element, you can create reusable styles that can be applied to multiple spans across your website. First, we define CSS classes like highlight, important, and code. Then we can apply these classes to the span elements to style the text accordingly. For example, we are defining the highlight class by setting the background color to yellow and text color to black. Similarly, we are defining the important class by setting the color to red and font weight to bold. Then we are defining a code class for monospace fonts and setting the background color. Then, in the paragraph element, we can apply these classes by setting the class attribute to the respective class names. As you can see, this is highlighted text, this is important text, and this is code text. Now let's discuss the key differences between the span and division elements. The span element is an inline element, while the division element is a block-level element. Span doesn't force a new line, whereas division creates a line break before and after the element. The span element is typically used for small portions of text, while the division element is used for larger content blocks. Here's a visual comparison. The first example is using the span element. The code has a paragraph with the opening tag and closing tag. Inside the paragraph, there is a span element, where the style attribute is set to color, red. Then the text, red text, is displayed. The second example is using the division element. The code has a paragraph element, and then there is a division element, where the style attribute is set to color, blue. The text, this is blue text in a division, is displayed in blue color. Let's look at some practical examples of how the span element can be used in real-world scenarios. In an e-commerce product listing, you can use span to highlight the sale price of a product. In a blog comment section, you can use span to style the username and the date of the comment. As you can see in the code block, for an e-commerce product listing, the sale price has the class attribute set to sale, and the sale price text has been styled. In the blog comment example, the username has the class attribute set to username, and the posted date has the class attribute set to date. The username and date text have been styled. Let's summarize the best practices for using the span element. Use span for styling parts of text. Keep it semantic. Use it for presentation and not for structure. Combine it with cascading style sheet classes for reusable styling. Use it for highlighting keywords or important text. Now let's understand what mistakes to avoid. Don't use span when semantic elements exist. Don't overuse it because this can lead to div soup or span soup. Don't use it for large content blocks. For that, use the division element instead. And finally, don't nest it unnecessarily. In summary, the span element is a powerful tool for styling inline content, and when used correctly, it helps create more visually appealing and meaningful web pages. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.